Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. Today I thought I'd do a little combo episode. Start off with a small number of recent finds, some thrift store stuff, some store stuff, different brands as well. And then I thought I'd do a little Free It Friday type of thing. So I'll just start off with things I found over the last few days or so. So first thing that I will show you is a couple pieces I picked up at the thrift store in a little die-cast bag there. So first one we're gonna check out is this right here, little majorette Fiat Tipo. So we're talking about old school majorette. So metal on metal. Here's your base. This is not branded as a made in France. 154 scale, as you can see. And you got the infamous 8-dot wheels, opening trunk. I kind of had to tweak that back into place because it was definitely not closing. It was closing like this before, so kind of tweaked it back in place a little bit, playing with those hinges. So got the lens front lights that are part of the glass portion of the cast, and a little bit of a red insert in the bumpers there that's actually part of the red interior. Yeah, so good old majorette suspension. It still works perfectly despite it being a little bit battered, and some groovy late 80s, early 90s race graphics, I guess. Some fictional sponsors and whatnot. So yeah, pretty nice little vintage piece right there. And the other notable in the bag that I picked up would be this one right here. Got the good old school Matchbox Lamborghini Countach LP 5000S. So again, metal on metal. Show you the base right away. There we go. So Macau base. You can see got an 85 copyright, so not quite as old as me, but almost. Pretty summary livery on there with the Countach on the side, the very oversized logo, Lamborghini logo on the hood with the Raging Bull, and you've got the wing that's a separate part, but it's still metal. So all in all, the roof is a little bit tweaked, as you can see there, but it's a nice junker. And I didn't have a version of this cast, so I guess it's gonna be a little bit of a bench warmer till I find a better condition copy. But yeah, you got the 5-arch wheels on there. Yeah, literally old school Matchbox. Pretty cool piece of nostalgia right there. So next up, we'll fall into the store finds. Nothing intense, but I did pick up a couple Maisto. First one that I picked up is definitely something I'm happy to have. So the other, I succumbed, pulled the trigger on the second cast out of the lowriders. This wave of lowriders collection out of the Maisto design. The other one I've shown you on last episode, the box Chevy, the Caprice. So this one's a 59 Impala SS, as you can see on the box. Again, adjustable suspension. The gold wire wheels. The really cool pinstriping on the side, and the very lowrider-esque graphics. You got the contrasting white roof as well as the extremely nice green metal flake paint. Got some nice rear details, as you can see. You've got some really great front details, as you can see right there. And yeah, all in all, I think this is the one that I'm gonna crack. I kind of alluded to the fact I'd crack the Caprice, but I think this is the one that I'm gonna crack eventually. Just to see how well the suspension works, and yeah, we'll see how that turns out, basically. So yep, cool little pickup there. Speaking of pickups, the other Maisto I managed to pick up was this. They dropped the Harley Davidson liveried set of these Maisto designs. So Harley Davidson custom collection, as you can see. This is the second iteration of this casting that I pick up in a single. The other one is the better known, or at least a more widespread Maisto design, baby blue version with the white scallops and whatnot on the side. So good looking truck. I find the proportions of this are pretty similar to what Hot Wheels does with the square body truck. This one, as you can see, is fully detailed. It's got the staggered black wheels with the big Harley Davidson logo on the door, matching black stripe with the orange surround. Happy this isn't like full orange, basically, and black, and just has the black with a little bit of orange on there. These have got opening hood as well, rubber tires. It is plastic base, however. But you can see, though, that the base is actually with screws, so it's pretty easy to take apart if you ever want to swap out the wheels or detail it a little bit. Although the details are pretty, they're pretty solid. It's a nice cast overall. Again, it's just short box, short cab, and maybe slightly wider and stubbier than it should be versus the real thing. And obviously no rearview mirrors, so. But hey, no worries. Really nice little truck. Last recent pickup, basically, it's going to be a segue into the Free It Friday portion of this video. So I did manage also to pick up this really cool Mercedes G500 convertible out of the moving parts set. And look, I want you guys' honest opinion in the comments, just to see if you're in agreement with me here. These newish moving parts packagings have got to be, and I'm sorry, Mattel, but they've got to be the ugliest packaging. I mean, they're really not good looking. So I thought, you know what, these are an eyesore every time I go through my storage, and go through just refine, pull out stuff I don't really want anymore and I want to trade, or just like reassess the collection a little bit. And every time, these are like an eyesore. The fact that the bubbles in the middle is great for protecting the car, but these things get super wonky super fast if you store them, and they're really not practical to store, just like regular cards with the bubble on the bottom where you can make a nice little stack. So you know what the heck, tired of seeing these, so we're gonna crack these open. First time cracking one of these new packages. Every time I see unboxing of these, it always seems to be a struggle. Seemingly I can understand why. These are really open, actually. Clamshell's really open, really hard to open. But here we go. We'll get this one out of the package first, just to see what we are looking at. Give this back to nature and recycle that. Alright, so here is your G500. This thing is pretty girthy, honestly, pretty heavy. Nice looking truck. I like the fact that it's in classic Mercedes silver. Lots of cast details, lots of metal. I would have expected this rear portion here where you've got the soft top that's folded up. I was expecting this to be plastic, honestly, and no, it is metal. Yeah, very nice overall. I like the little details. Mercedes logo on that rear spare tire cover. Rear lights, well done. A little G500 badge right there that's adequately sized. Don't think there's any type of side tampos, but the cast lines are extremely clean, well defined with that little side molding there that does a nice job of separating the top and the bottom of the body lines. And front end is very well done, as you can see. Now, obviously, I'm partial to these moving parts, especially when the moving part is actually the opening hood with the engine. And there's your big 5-liter V8 under the hood. Try and get a better view of that. Again, low light conditions, guys. Do apologize about that, but overall, pretty well done. Pretty well done. Very recognizable. If you've ever been under the hood of this vintage of Mercedes, there, the mid 2000, give or take, engine, they do definitely look like this. These big V8s. Nice black interior as well. Pretty well done. Steering wheel is not too wonky, in my humble opinion. Try and get a shot of the steering wheel. It's kind of hard to see. Actually, it could be a little bit small. Maybe it's a little bit small. Well, either way, it's kind of hard to see, so we'll just leave it at that. Put this one here. So I decided to go like 2 European cars, 2 Japanese cars, and 2 American cars, basically, for the unboxings here. Next one we're gonna check out is the Pagani Huayra Roadster. This is my favorite colorway that's come out so far. I love the fact that these gold twin 10 spokes offset the super dark blue very well. Blue's got a hint of a little bit of purple and metallic in there. It's a really nice color, and obviously you got that clamshell rear engine cover that opens up, which is definitely a showstopper. We're gonna get this out of this clamshell here, see what we are up against. There we go. And let's check this out here quick. And actually, you know what we're gonna do, if you're gonna give me a second here, we'll take the opportunity, since we're cracking these open. I have a Hot Wheels version of the Huayra. I want to check that out in comparison. Yeah, there we go. Check out the Hot Wheels version at the same time. Let's see if scale-wise we're exactly on the ball, or if, as I personally suspect, and I could be a conspiracy theorist on this, but I get the feeling that we may be looking at the same cast, and an okay from Matchbox to use this despite Hot Wheels using the cast because of the opening part. Do get the feeling that sometimes they do that in the moving parts line. Let's check it out just to confirm. So overall, sizing seems, to me at least, awfully similar. I mean, the details are not exactly the same. If you look at the center of the front grille, you'll notice the red part under here on the Hot Wheels cast is actually metal, whereas the same part on the Hot Wheels version has that part in metal. Matchbox version right here, actually it's part of the base, so it's plastic. If we're talking about the tampo work for the front lights, which honestly must be very hard to do in either way, shape, or form, I think probably Matchbox has a slight edge in the detailing, but I think Hot Wheels takes the cake for execution and the crispness of it. Other than that, like, literally it's copy paste exactly the same lines, same proportions throughout, at least from where I'm standing. Both are notably showing an absence of rear view mirrors. Let's see, engine cover is slightly different here. This is all metal, whereas we have a plastic part in the middle of the Hot Wheels version. And looking at the rear, much more plastic on the Matchbox version versus the Hot Wheels. Get the feeling that the Hot Wheels proportion seems to be, you know what, I think that the bumper part is better on the Hot Wheels version, and the Matchbox version definitely has the upper hand on the exhaust, which is detailed and a little bit more prominent versus the Hot Wheels version that is not detailed. And yeah, the light tampos are better on the Hot Wheels version though. So all in all, very similar casts. Not sure if it's a shared mold, like to a certain extent, or a modified mold the Matchbox used. Either way, let's check under this clamshell here. I mean, wow, that is well done. Kudos Matchbox for that. That is well done. A well detailed engine. Very well done. Well, this is definitely a nice piece. Love how this shuts into place and is actually, you know, pretty solidly closed. Yeah, definitely a very nice cast. Nice color. I love. I have a thing for gold wheels as well, so it's pretty nice to have those on there. So we'll move the Hot Wheels out of the way here. That was just for show, for comparison's sake. Let's fall into some JDM stuff here. So first one we're going to check out in the JDM cars is going to be this quirky little N600. Sorry, N600, sorry, T360. N600 is actually a little hatchback there. Yeah, it's got one of my favorite wheel types on the Matchbox, those Dogdish Steelies. Opening front end on this one as well. Let's get into a little bit more detail. Oh wow, this one came out clean. Very clean crack. Sounds horrible, but yeah, you know what I mean. All right. Oh, this is a very cute little vehicle. Very cute. Cool. Okay. Let's check this out. Nice little light pastel blue. Very period. Look at that big Honda, big old school Honda logo on the front there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we've got the Honda script in red. Just a couple small details. You know, could use a touch of black or silver on the wipers, but besides that, it's darn clean. Yeah, typical K-car side profile. Look at the rear. That is clean stuff. Nice tampo application in addition to the fact that they're very crisp. So, very happy about this one. This looks good. We can get this hood open here. Take a peek underneath. And I'm pretty sure these are mid-engine, basically. I get the feeling maybe they are. You know, the engine being under the kind of like a COE, a cab over engine type of setup. I'm not sure exactly, but you can definitely see the spare under here. So that's pretty cool. As mentioned, I'm a sucker for opening hoods, so I'm really happy how this is detailed underneath. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Yep, definitely nice, nice little truck. You know, of course, you've got the plastic in the middle of the bed here. That's part of the interior. You know, you got to save on that metal and add more plastic, but at the same time, it's a nice contrast in color. You know, so it looks good, serves its purpose, and it looks good at the same time. So, and yeah, this is a right-hand drive. See that steering, not just a little, not a frisbee. Actually, it looks like a steering wheel. Just definitely a nice touch. These moving parts castings. All right, last JDM that we're gonna do. I was so happy to get this specific colorway for this cast. Had the opportunity to pick up the white with the red stripe, but I definitely wanted the red with the white stripe, especially white wheels, white 6 spokes on there. Looks really period. Obviously, the Subaru Brat is a small vehicle. I think this is definitely much larger than a 164, probably more like 158 or 160, something of that nature. But yeah, let's crack her open. Not as clean as not as clean of a crack, but still, you know, not bad, not bad. Yeah, this one's girthy too. It's really heavy, very heavy. Look at that thing. That's really cool. That's really JDM retro at its best, definitely. So unfortunately, no front details, which I'm gonna have the pleasure of adding myself. in the very, very near future. But nice job on the side tampo there. Very good. Just a couple of extra little details to add. Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed the fact that there's not a whole lot of details on this one, but again, 70s vehicles, since they're so square, it's very easy to detail out. So I'm not going to complain. It's fun to do as well. Got the twin jump seats in the back there. Unsafe and very cool all at once. Very cool. Really like the mud flaps on here. Adds a little bit of an off-road look. 4x4 obviously, and here's your flat 4. Carbureted flat 4. Very cool. You can see the flat 4 Subarus of this era is pretty cool. The Brats and the GL10s and all that stuff. They all had the spare wheel. It's right there. Got the carb in front, spare wheel in the back. So that way, if ever you do get a flat, in winter, a lot of snow, obviously Subaru is very popular when it snows a lot, including up here in Quebec, Quebec, Canada. Well, your spare is nice and toasty, so you can actually warm yourself while you're changing that flat. Pretty cool. Love the strut towers being part of the metal part of the cast, and actually lending themselves to be body colored. But yeah, this is a really, really nice casting. This one, however, is left-hand drive. Not a bad thing, because these were sold in North America, and I believe for a certain time were fairly popular, as they were pretty much alone in their niche. Alright, so after that, last of the moving parts I'm going to be opening is going to be one that I've been really looking forward to crack, and potentially wheel swap as well, because I think it would be fun to do. The late G-Body 88 Chevy Monte Carlo. If I'm not mistaken, this is the last year of this specific body style of Monte Carlo, with the revised front end that started in, I believe, 86 for the 87 model year, with the flush headlights and whatnot there, instead of the square sealed beam ones. So crack it open. This is the only one that we're going to check out that actually has opening doors. How cool is that, eh? Oh, wow. Oh, looks so good in black. Little bit of Training Day vibes going on here. But obviously in Training Day was late 70s Monte Carlo, as opposed to this one, which is late 80s Monte Carlo. So probably 78, 79 in the movie. And you got the 88 right here with the opening doors. Gray interior. Fortunately, this one does have a frisbee for a steering wheel, but you can't win them all, right? Yeah, not the best looking steering wheel. And yeah, that side of the seat looks like something out of an arcade racing game. But you know what? Door closed. Looks great. And this one does have mirrors. That is actually to do the Mercedes and the Subaru. So that's pretty good. Back to the Monte Carlo though. I love G-bodies. So I've probably mentioned 1 or 10 times in these videos. Look at that nice clean grille, clean lights. We'll need a little bit of extra love for those turn signals. Yeah, 5 spokes are, I don't know, would not have been my first choice of wheels. But you know what? Not gonna complain about that. Rear end's well done, well done. And it's funny because everybody, these Monte Carlos, basically everybody's all about the 84 to 86 SS, and since Hot Wheels has had the licensing on that one for a dozen years at least, well, Matchbox had to use the later revised front end version, which is cool because I think this is pretty much the only casting of the late Monte Carlo G body. But yeah, overall, really, 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 really nice car. Very, very happy to add that to the G body lineup in my collection. Last piece we're gonna be cracking open today. I've shown this before, but I thought it'd be cool to actually look a little bit more into detail. Is this weathered out Chevy C10? So part of the Matchbox collectors. And yeah, it comes with the collector box. So I've had the habit of cracking open the more mainline-ish cars that come with a collector box. Not necessarily the heavy plastic blister ones, but this is one that I definitely decided to crack open so we can check it out together. It's a 64 long bed C10, and I love patina on diecast. Really, really cool. I know that in a recent video from Diecast Dude, he was saying the same thing there. It's just, yeah, you want a clean car in real life and a rusty car in diecast form. So, put the box here. That's where the truck's going to be going afterwards. Cool tidbit as well. These wheels are actually the same exact wheels that are on the Super Chase Porsche. Kind of funny. They're very old school looking, kind of like 50s, race cars had these kind of wheels on, kind of like knockoff steel wheels. But yeah, let's dive a little bit into the truck. So again, opening hood. It opens but does not stay open, unfortunately. But you know what? No biggie. Keep that open like that. It's easy to open. It's easy to keep open. So you got a rusty but trusty V8 under there. 64, probably 327, something of that nature, I guess. Maybe a 350. Definitely not a Fuelie, because you see the carb right on the top there. But decently detailed engine. The rest of the stuff around is pretty bland, but overall, weathering is really, really nice. Front grille is well done. Very cool. Matchbox small parts delivery. Cool little details throughout. Nicely done. Very nicely done. I'm gonna have to compare this to the Greenlight Independence Day pickup as well. It's pretty much almost the same, but of a slightly later vintage, like late 60s late 60s instead of being early to mid like this one. That is really cool with that wood look on the bed. Very, very cool. This one is it? Oh, okay. I thought it was a closed window, but actually it's not a closed window cast. Yeah, well done. Well done. Not a bad looking steering wheel either. And yeah, full tempo all over. Yeah, so we're gonna end that on this nice little piece here. I hope you enjoyed checking out these different casts with me. If you did, don't hesitate to leave a like on this video. Of course, comment your feedback, subscribe if you want to be notified of when I upload next. Normally upload end of week every week at this point, so I'll take the opportunity to wish you a great weekend. Of course, happy hunting, best of luck on the pegs, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, bye bye.